are returning, welcome back. Mama loves you. If you need extra support, we have our very inclusive, supportive, mystical self-care community on Patreon. Go over there and have a good time. If you would like to raise your energetic vibrations, head on over to our gratitude community. And if you're looking to become an energy healing practitioner, specifically a Reiki master teacher, you can sign up for the certifications in the link in the description. Let's go ahead and get started. So we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to bring us together as a community, as a collective, as we are all going through our individual healing experiences. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, babies. So, sweetness, may I touch you? Sounds like a plan. Just placing my hand here on the third eye. Breathe in. Exhale. Release. Let go. Continue to repeat this, taking time in this moment. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And relax. So just going to be looking over your energy. Just taking a moment to understand what's been coming up. Especially any pain that has to come up from love or our deep, intimate connections with others. Sometimes romantic, sometimes family, sometimes platonic, sometimes business. You know, all kinds of stuff be popping up. Let's just go in here. Just take a couple moments in this energy and in this moment, just breathing in. And if you're feeling any discomfort, choose to take any movement that you need to get you more comfortable. But if it's an internal discomfort, we're going to just explore that. So take that feeling, whatever it is, harness it. And by harnessing it, you can just take whatever the feeling it is and just kind of like start to localize it into like a little ball inside of you. And when you get it into this little ball, I want you to look at it and see what it's telling you and start to pay attention to what it's telling you versus what you're experiencing when you interact with it. So you have to separate yourself from it. What is it trying to tell you in this life? What wisdom is trying to come across? What are you repeating over and over again, baby? It's always something that we just like, we passed it and then we just want to keep on doing it over and over again. What do you need to let go? What part of you is growing and has outgrown a situation, circumstance, environment? Just see it. Now start to see the different examples, not feel. I'm not saying to feel, I'm saying to see the different examples of the times that this pain has come up into your life. Run the whole scenario, almost like you're reading a good drama, because baby, if it's pain, it's gonna be with the drama. So look over that and see. And start to bridge these commonalities together. What have you been learning through these different occurrences? And what do they tell you? What does it tell you about yourself? About who you are and who you're supposed to be in this life? And what about this reminds you of a karmic past? Sometimes you're trying to carry and keep things balanced that needs to be let go or just needs to fall apart. Sweetheart, find a space to just let it fall apart and save yourself. So we're all putting our own masks on. We're all putting more pleasurable. But I will also let you know that when a person is in a perpetual state of a lower vibrational experience and they're not ready to move on, when they encounter a higher vibrational experience, they don't have the language or the vocabulary to interpret the experience as something positive. So they just become very fearful. They're using the vocabulary of the lower vibrational experience, and so they start to self-sabotage and things like that. But when a person is ready, what do? They pop up. They're like, I'm out of this bitch, I'm about to go. Like I'm about to go do this. And the same when you're at a higher vibrational experience. When you experience a lower vibrational experience, you do not have the vocabulary anymore for it. You're like, I can't deal with that. Whereas someone else who is at a different vibration would be like, oh, I'm gonna deal with all that. You're like, no, it doesn't serve me. So take this moment to inhale and exhale the things that no longer serve you. You've learned a lot of lessons in this life. Now let's let go of the pain from love. Love is supposed to feel balanced. Love is supposed to be free and patient. I'm gonna come back to free in just a second. Love is supposed to be free and patient. Love is not codependency. Love is not toxic or obsessive. Love gives you the space, and you know that you can still come back to it at any time. Love feels like a warm hug, or a good meal, or a relaxing trip. And it doesn't require much just for you to be in this space. And love is freedom. That means you don't have to hold on to it for it to be in your life. It just is. And that's really scary to know that the authentic love you're looking for in romance and business and partners and family doesn't require you to hold on so tightly, to be so enmeshed or entangled in things. To just simply be able to be in this moment. To no longer have to work so hard. And sometimes that requires some patience as you remove. So I'm going to start to take this energy out. As you remove people and situations and circumstances in your life that no longer serve you, there's going to be some time with just you, yourself, and you. You, yourself, and yours. And that is worth it. It's going to come with a lot of peace. Like literally, like straight up peace of mind. And that's okay. It's new. Don't measure it by what others think you should do, or what you think society wants you to do, or your perception of what you think others think you should do. Just live and model to yourself what this authentic love looks like with yourself first, okay? And show yourself that through the pain, you've learned something truly deep. That your soul has shifted and changed its vibrational frequency to something else in a different direction. So I'm just gonna work with the aura and just move the energy along. It's like nothing to see here. Come on. And I'm not gonna push you into an uncomfortable area. I'm just gonna push you in the direction of your own true self-love. And also use this moment to take inventory of all of those people in your life that love you in a healthy way. They should be celebrated too. See what true support feels like. That love isn't this addictive thing with the highs and the lows. That it's simply patient. It simply takes its time. So have that with yourself in these moments and breathe through it. Remind yourself of who you are, where you come from, and where you're going. And how it's all just one big joke anyway. The universe will laugh at our expense until we get to the other side and we can laugh with the universe, you feel me? Or maybe we're all just laughing, right? At ourselves, of course. Can't laugh at your own jokes, baby. Sweetness, just relax into yourself. Relax. Breathing into this space. Breathing into this life that you're building for yourself. Breathing into this new freedom. Let me tell you something. When you have stopped spending all your time worried about other people's stuff, you then have your own freedom to do whatever you want to. Them dreams you've had, now you got the space to do it because you're minding your own business. Trying something new. Just kind of doing the wild card thing and just being like, whatever. It's whatever. I'm for whatever. Now you have that time. If you're just looking for a personal time for yourself, now you have that time. You better be grateful that the love, pain of being able to let things go has happened. So now you on the other side. That's a wonderful place to be. It's the better place to be. And the reality that you can never go back to who you were, and you shouldn't. It's much more fun over here. But just like when you look back at your life a couple years ago, decades ago, you're a very different person. This has been that shift within you that allows you to be a new person, okay? So breathing through this energy, breathing through this moment, breathing through all of this, and letting it go, and letting yourself grow. I want you to take a moment to realign and reconnect with yourself. I want you to take a moment to make yourself uncomfortable for your own progress and your own healing, rather than your stagnancy. One of them words is right. Allow yourself to just let go and surrender. And I think that's the scariest thing of all. When you truly surrender to the universe and you're just like, whatever you got, I'm gonna go for it. I'm for it. And the universe brings you all kinds of lessons and messages. But most importantly, the universe gives you freedom, and freedom feels different. Sometimes it's happiness, sometimes it's pain, sometimes it's joy, sometimes it's boredom. Freedom is different. But enjoy the miracle of just being alive, and take it one day at a time, okay? If you get anything from what I just spent this whole time talking about, just take it one day at a time, okay? Well, sweetness, you did a fantastic job, and I really enjoyed this time we spent together. Let go of anything that no longer serves you and embrace who you are becoming. This is the new you. You've been spending these past couple of years to get here, and now you're at day one, and you're building some stuff up. So I can't wait to see it. Feel free to use the comment section to share anything that came up for you during the session, or if you want to share what you're building. Also, share the video with those that you feel like it can help. If you need more support and community, join the Patreon community, where we have energy healing circles and all kinds of other stuff that goes on. If you would like to become an energy healing practitioner, join this moment, bringing the energy all the way down, 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 and then pulling it back up. Just a gesture of both seeking wisdom and bringing that wisdom and materializing the information that you receive. So we're going to take this down, and then we are going to bring this all the way back up and just work with this energy right here, okay? Breathing into this moment, removing anything taking up too much space, removing anything that prevents you from going in the direction that you would like to go in. Now, as we start the practice off, we start with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer just to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters too, I have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, may I touch you? Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I Am, Ashe. 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 So breathing through here, bringing it all the way down, all the way down, all the way down here, moving through that energy. Certainty is an illusion. No one's really that certain. And if you are that certain, a lot of times something will happen that will make you no longer certain. So certainty is an illusion. So don't use certainty as a parameter for you to make decisions for your highest vibrational good. Just to bring this energy through and start to free yourself. We're taking away any of the fluff that came up, any of the baggage that's no longer serving you. Let's just wipe it and cleanse it away. Do you know who you are? Do you know yourself? Do you know what you like, what you don't like? Your certainty. That's very important. That you be connected to your ultimate life purpose, your ultimate life goals. And surrender to this beautiful path that is being presented in front of you at all times. At all times. Okay, moving through this energy. Resting. Now, how you can place your arms or your hands would be, if it is comfortable for you, you can place your hands together or kind of across the chest as a place of holding a space for yourself, of protecting yourself, of keeping yourself upright, of balancing yourself, and just allow yourself to be receptive to this beautiful energy and collective healing. And that's when you bring in your guides, your lineage, your paths that are appropriate for you, and you just show, reverence, or you show appreciation or gratitude in this moment, okay? I tell you all the time, I don't tell you what to think. I just hold a space so we can all be in this moment. Okay, beautiful. Got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Got it, got it, got it. Lovely, 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 lovely. And just moving this energy through. Now, if you don't mind, I'm just going to pull away any just limiting thoughts, negative thoughts, or anything that just makes you feel like you can't do it. Because you definitely can do it, and you will do it, without a doubt. You will most definitely accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, or find the answers that you're seeking, okay? So let's move through this, and let's move this energy in front and behind, and moving it through, in front and behind, and moving it through, in front release and you let go, and you inhale and you grow. You release and you let go, and you inhale and you grow. You release and you let go, and you inhale and you grow. Okay? Just having patience, just having balance, just being one with this beautiful energy and all that it has to give, to give, to give, to give. Okay? Just shifting the energy and moving it through your chakras in its appropriate way, and just cleansing the energy all the way down. Bring it up as well, and just up and down and down and up. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. You know I'm paid in smiles, so pay up. It's gonna be okay. You don't have to know all the answers in order to get to where you want to go. All you have to do is just show up, literally. All you have to do is show up. You don't even have to be good at it. You just show up and figure it out. Or as I like to say, figure it the fuck out. Just show up. You'll be just fine. You know, that's 70% of the battle is showing up. You know, then you gotta put in the effort and be routine, but you never know what opportunities you miss by not showing up. Just from a little fear. Every time that you don't do something you want to do just from fear, it actually builds up more and more and more fear. So the moment that you want to reverse that and actually start to do things again, you gotta work through all of that fear. That's why I'm like, you know what? Always show up. Do what you feel comfortable in the moment, but still push yourself just a little bit past, you know, an area of growth or an area of where you want to go or you want to grow. Not to compromise you in any way or make you feel uncomfortable, but to know that in order to grow, to have a growth spurt in your life, there will be discomfort, and that is a part of the process. But if you cannot handle, you know, a reasonable amount of discomfort, perhaps there is some trauma work that you have to work through to get there, because you might be seeing this discomfort as something different than what it is, which is just, you know, the growing pains of stepping into a new space and expanding. You might take it as this experience or that experience that is brought up for you. So let's actually work on that and just start to shift the energy away from that kind of stuff so that you can see it clearly, and that you're not putting yourself in this position that for some reason you have to do things this way or that way. You're gonna be okay. You're okay. And just taking a couple moments here, just relaxing right here. We're just gonna hold this space of community right here. We're gonna hold this place of balance right here. We are going to be open and forgiving and compassionate towards ourselves yourself and the path and the energy that you go forward. Relaxing into your lovely energy. Surrendering to the fact that, like, you're great. So let's just move this energy, placing it where it needs to go, and reconnecting to your highest self, and having focus and balance and wisdom, and really just bringing that energy up and out. Okay, just working through different things in your energy, working through and balancing it, just moving that from left and right. Okay, don't worry about anything, just be okay in your own body. So remember to breathe, remember to exhale, remember to lift your energy up, to expand, to be balanced, and just be in this moment, be in this gratitude, be in this patience moment. Gratitude, patience, moment. Gratitude, patience, moment. Gratitude, patience, moment. Gratitude and patience, moment. Gratitude and patience, moment. In gratitude and patience, moment. Gratitude and patience. You got it. 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 Good job. Just breathing into this. And let's make sure that you know that you're deserving of clarity and deserving of certainty, but it's not a requirement for you to go where you're looking to go right now. All you have to do is literally show up as you are with a smile. You know, there's so many things to celebrate. Go ahead and put something in the comment section that you like to celebrate or you feel is deserving of celebration. But there's so many reasons to celebrate. So if you have issues like, showing up for yourself and, taking advantage of all the opportunities that are in front of you, just think of something that you can celebrate. Think of something that is available to you that you're like, oh, this is great. You have to build your energy up. I was going to say hack your energy, but build your energy up so that you will do the things that it is that you need to do in order for you to go forward or for you to make progress. Just breathe it in and build it up, okay? Breathe excitement. You are balance, clarity, and certainty. But you got this. Just take this over the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root. Bringing it up, bringing it back down. I'm just going to place this over here and just keep going and smoothing it through. Well, family, you did a fantastic job today. So proud of you. Just understand, I think that most people feel like they have to have more, be at a different place to really be ready for a new opportunity that shows up in their life. And honestly, if the opportunity shows up and you're there, you're ready. So amaze yourself and truly transform. If things are easy to do, then you already learned it. So it is those learning roles that really bring in potential. But most importantly, be very grateful for the moment, because that's when you're going to get the most out of it. Feel good. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I want you to breathe here. We always start with some good breath. Our pranayama breath. How about that? Just bringing air in and exhale. And most of us take way too shallow a breath. We never get enough air into our body. And it is that air that oxygenates the blood that allows us to be able to move, to think, to do whatever it is that we're doing. So taking this moment to breathe in that life force energy, to exhale and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Let's go. May I touch you? Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Now just working with the energy here in a state of karma. So, as I tell you all the time, don't just jump into shit and not know what you're doing, because that's when you start getting these weird issues. Let me tell you, the spiritual community and the mystical, magical community, it's very interesting. That's why you should always know what you're doing. So we're going to talk a little bit about karma as we're working through this session. Okay. So when it comes to karma, we have, different concepts based off of different belief systems. So it is up to you what you believe in. That's your business. This is just one of many examples of what one could believe in to explain the unexplainable. The soul itself enters into a body, okay, and has this essentially soul contract. But even before then, the soul evaluates the different life experiences that one could have in this particular experience, who you are today, and makes a decision that, is this the best experience in order for my soul to grow? Now, the soul doesn't see the body as, oh, everything's going to be happy-go-lucky or everything's going to be traumatic. It just simply looks at it from the perspective of, if I'm in these circumstances and I find a way to get to the highest vibrational path here, will my soul elevate? Because the soul is not able to elevate outside of this carbon-based experience in such a transformative way. Because you got to think about it like this. When you know all the answers answers? Okay, are you really learning? When you're on an energetic level, you see everything from the macro view. Oh yeah, just do this, just do that, all that is out there, right? Like, think about it, you're watching someone go through a maze, and you're like, oh, just go to the left, go to the right, because you can see it from the macro view. But you're not really learning anything looking at it, seeing from the macro view, because you can see everything. But if you were in the maze, learning problem solving, learning how to navigate through stress, learning how to navigate through uncertainty, you get so much more from it. So the soul incarnates into the physical body in order to have that experience, to get so much more out of it. And then the soul has the concept of soul contracts, meaning you're going to go through certain things. Now the soul contract is more of like, karmically, you may incarnate with different souls, different physical energetic experiences, and it's just a part of the soul contract. Now at any moment you can break the contract, but these things that are karmic, and they can be positive too, these things that are karmic that you just feel, oh, I can't get away from this type of relationship, or I can't get away from this type of scenario, or I can't get away from this type of, always in this state. It is a natural flowing energy that incarnated with you, and you have to make the decision if you would like to break it or not. A lot of people do not know, they just don't know. You don't have to necessarily go a spiritual path, don't get me wrong. You can use self-determination and discipline, but if you're a part of our community, you might be more inclined to the unknown. So this is giving you an opportunity to analyze and feel through, channel the information of your soul contract. That also means you have to let things go. That means you're gonna have to let people you love go that are not good for you, that are holding on to karmic energy that is just gonna bring you down. Now you'll be surprised. Sometimes you'll let these people go and they themselves will elevate, because it was a part of their soul contract to be let go by you so that they can elevate. But sometimes people want to hold on to people so tight that they're going to be stuck just know that not everything has to feel like, oh, this is so grand. This is the direction to go to. Sometimes you just gotta trust your common sense and know this job is not working out. This group of friends is not working out. This romantic relationship is not working out. This life pattern is not working out. This family dynamic is not working out. You gotta make these decisions for yourself. So let's just smooth through this energy. And for all of my young babies, and when I mean my young babies, I mean like y'all just became adults. You know, you're right in the thick of it. Right in the thick of, like, you know, dealing with karmic baggage as well as trying to start and live your life. And what I will say to that is separate yourself from the baggage that is not yours, and it's going to take some time to let go of that stuff, but it's not your responsibility. If somebody wants you to do this or that in your life and it's not what you want, fuck it, you know, do what you need to do, okay? If someone's trying to make you live to a certain standard, but it is not authentically yourself, let that shit go. Now, I'm gonna keep it very real. People who struggle with this the most, who are young, you know, by young, I mean like, you know, you just became an adult, they struggle with this the most are people who are financially dependent on other people, so on their family, on certain situations, so they feel like they have to play within the dynamics, even though rightfully so, your family should not try to force you to be anything you're not and still want to help and provide for you. But if you're in a situation where, you know, you're being kind of held back, but you need them financially, you have to honestly make a decision. Either you're going to be miserable and have to play by their rules and hope that you can wait it out and they'll get better, or you got to go over there and you got to be able to take care of yourself, you know, to be able to have freedom. Both can be challenging. Both you can find reward in both of them, but I'm just telling you from actual lived experience. No one should ever tell you how to live your life. No one should ever try to force you to do anything that you don't want to do. But you have to be able to take care of yourself to ensure that no one can do that. I'm just trying to let y'all know, okay? I'm trying to get y'all hip to the game. So let's go back and we're gonna do some ancestor work very quickly. And I want you to, going into the third eye, just connect with your lineage, okay? Lineage can be genetic and it can be energetic too. As I said, souls incarnate in groups. And, you know, you have your bloodline of what you're born into, and you just have your energetic bloodline too, which has nothing to do with, you know, the physical bloodline of who you're born into. So these are your protectors, your nurturers, your those here to guide you. So connecting with them and start to feel that energy around you, and it's a feeling of peace, calm, familiarity, balance. Feel that energy around you and trust it. Trust the energy. Now, I've defined ancestors and lineage work in one way, but you are your own person. Define it in your way. You have to define it in the way that your faith or your spiritual practice or your religious practice makes you feel comfortable. It is not about me telling you how to connect. It is about creating a safe space where you take on the responsibility of connecting to and on a deeper level, okay? So, finding space here. Now start to receive insights, because your life is a culmination of their lives as well. They are here to guide you and to help you, because you are living out little pieces of their lives too when they were physical, or just little energetic paths that they have. That's why sending it on to its next evolutionary path. Instead of thinking about it as this evil negative thing, just think about it in the state of energy. It's just lower vibrational. You're at a higher vibrational frequency, and it needs to go on so it can evolve too. Because you never know, this energy could be higher vibrationally to someone else. So release it so it can actually do work with someone else, because you have outgrown it. And I think sometimes the problem can be that you notice that this energy could actually be positive energy or a higher vibrational experience for someone else, and you want to stay there. No, baby. You gotta let that energy go so it can grow, it can help others, it can, evolve, and you need to be able to receive something bigger, because right now you are a big fish in a small pond. It's time to be a small fish in a big pond and grow. Okay, so let's take this karmic baggage and just remove it and let it go, placing no judgment and releasing the fear, releasing all the fear associated with it. It's like you're breaking up with your energy, which can be as difficult as breaking up with a person. Letting it go, something that has been familiar, to something that is unknown. Maybe it hasn't presented itself in your life yet, and that can be a little nerve-wracking. But it's more about just familiarity, just wanting something to be consistent. Okay, so let's take this out, take this out. Removing. I'm just gonna work with this energy here, okay? Just breathing in and out, just letting it go. 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 Okay, letting it go. Now I'm just going to take a moment here for your energy to check in with yourself, to make sure you're okay and you're nice and balanced. Tell me, how do you feel? Are you receiving any additional messages during this time? You can ask your ancestors, your lineage, your higher self, whatever it is that you're connected to. You can ask at any moment these bigger questions, okay? It's not just now, but it can be at any time. But you also have to go live life. You also have to be able to let things go physically. We're letting things go energetically. But there's a physicality associated to the energy. And if you let go of the energy, but not the physical, the energy will just come back. So that's people, situations, circumstances, or internal belief systems. You gotta let it go. And hold yourself accountable first. It's not the idea of something outside of you is so bad or so horrible. It's just you've outgrown something, and when you outgrow something, it just becomes like, first it becomes like, this is pointless, and then it becomes negative because you see where you could be growing into. Okay, let's move that energy to the right, to the left, and then I'm just going to place a little blessing on you. The highest vibrational good. Release and let go. And then in this moment, release that soul contract. Just let it go. Let it drip off your hands or just fall off your energy. Release it. Release it. Release it. Release it. Release it. Release it. And let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Got it. Well, okay. May I touch you? Okay. So just breathe in and out there. Relax. Really relax here. Okay. Okay. Breathing. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only. Please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self energetically a certain way. We may have the intentions to come off another way. We may, try on the outside to look another way, but we're vibrating at a different level. So this energetic vibration is 100% your responsibility to be aware of and to regulate. No one can look at you and be like, that's what's going on. Only you can truly know what's going on within yourself. So if there's things that you want, if you're looking for the love, if you're looking for the dream, the goal, the you that more importantly you have for yourself, or whatever your connection is, or how you want to say it. But it is just this unconditional love you have for yourself. Better than, romantic, better than your parents' love for you. It is the highest form of love that you can have. And it will feed your soul, feed your energy, process takes time. So just sit back and relax. So, as we start off our session, we start off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. I also notice like I talk with my hands and I'm like, okay, so let's go ahead and get into that. Take a couple deep breaths. May I touch you? Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, so let's just make sure the energy is doing what it needs to do. You know, giving what it needs to give. You all know I'm paid in smiles. Okay, give me some smiles too. Okay. And for those who are interested in becoming Reiki practitioners, Reiki master teachers, ultimately, I do have courses and you can find that information in the description box. Okay, so shifting this energy through and relaxing. Find yourself grounding down in that. Just going to remove any extra stuff that's taken up too much space, okay? Or clouding your energy. I'm just gonna smooth it away, okay? Moving it through. Okay. Got it. Shout out to Nancy, my nail tech, because she got the nails looking good today, baby. Anyway, sorry. You know me. I just try to have fun with you. That's the only thing that's really important when it comes to life, just having fun. So smoothing this away and moving that from left to right. I'm going to go a little bit slower just to give you an opportunity to just be balanced in that. I'm just going to scan to see if there's any collective messages. Now, you all already know that each and every one of us has our own individual story with its own unique path. So the messages that come across for the collective, it's something that we all experience as a collective. So very general, very high view messages, okay? So what's coming across is information about 2020 and the impact that 2020 made on the collective and a need for collective healing. So as you are going through life in your individual life, you have to heal, and the only way to heal is to face the fear. 2020 created an environment of huge uncertainty. So now the body is used to being uncertain, and though it can take an action, it's a little nervous, like a little scared, like, oh my gosh, should I actually do this? Should I actually do this? Yes, do it. The only way that you're going to be able to heal from that impact, that collective impact that we all faced, is to face the fears and to renorm yourself into something new and something different. And that's, you know, baby, that's just what came up, okay? So let me see. So I'm gonna go in with some cinnamon and just feel that around a little bit. Okay. Got it. So just having that cinnamon all around your energy. And just, you can follow that there. You get it a little bit higher than that. And just breathing in and out through the session. Not requiring more than you need to. And just allowing yourself to build yourself up. Build yourself up into the moment, okay? And surrender to all of this beautiful, beautiful energy that you are surrounded by. Relax into that you going to be patient enough to get to your end goal? On top of progress naturally taking time and taking patience, you also have to face anything that you might be facing internally and just showing up head on as well. It's more courageous in the big picture to show up when you're afraid and get it accomplished than it is to show up when you're very confident and you have everything figured out. That's really when you build character. Also, it's really when you level yourself up. Because if you're comfortable in what you're doing, you're not really growing or expanding. You're just doing what you already know very well. But when you take yourself to another level and have to learn how to acclimate, that is that energy that surrounds you and gives you an opportunity to grow and expand into bigger spaces. Sometimes you just gotta let it be. So I'm gonna smooth it just to the left and right and just work through that energy. And I want you to feel balanced. Baby, feel peaceful, okay? Know that you are loved. Know that you have everything that you need. Know that everything is for your highest vibrational good. Know that you are so beautiful, so talented, okay? And that the path is a path worth going after. If it's in your heart, you should go after it, okay? If it is in your heart, you should go after it. And as time progresses, I don't even know if the answer is work on your confidence and then you'll be able to do it. I think maybe the answer might be just do it anyway. Do it even if you're scared. Do it even if your knees are shaking, just do it, Not to sound like an ad, but just do it, honestly. And the rest will figure itself out. So just moving through the energy here. And every time you exhale, release and let go. Removing and letting go of anything that's no longer serving you. Remaining balanced in your energy. Surrendering to the reality of your greatness and your purpose and your growth. Growth and expansion, it can be uncomfortable. Think about when you are having a growth spurt, when you're growing up. What do? You're probably tired, moody, you sleep a lot because the body is doing a lot of expansive work. Ultimately, you're going to get to a bigger place, a taller place, a more grown-up place. But when it's happening, it's not like, oh, this feels great. It's like your body is literally stretching itself. So internally, as we do the work and we go into new spaces that are new to us, it's the same thing. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Feel this moment in this period of your life as a blessing. Because if you show up, even if you're scared, and do these things that life is pulling you in that direction to expand you out, you're setting yourself up for a new vibrational direction. And why not be there, Why not surrender to that? So I'm just going to remove any just old stuff. Because there might be this thought that maybe you want to go back to being someone you used to be. And there's nothing wrong with picking up old things that you put down and you want to, try it again. But also surrendering to the fact that you are a new person. And the old person may have seemed very secure and knew what was going on in the new person. So trying to figure it out. That's not true at all. The old person knew its surroundings, but this new person is actually better. If this new person went back in time to be with the old person, they would be at a different level. You're at a better stage now in life where you're at than where you were then. And it might feel tough to see that, but you are. So balancing this here. Shift this energy and this focus. Also, shout out to all the patrons. I appreciate being able to share the things that I know about being a healing practitioner, both as a practitioner and as a client as well. And I really enjoyed our energy healing circle yesterday where we did our cleansing comment section is here for you, so feel free to use it as a diary, a journal, a place to just remember moments that were important for you or if anything comes up, as well as to share your gratitude and encouragement with others. And if you want to kind of go above and beyond, head on over to the gratitude community, which is a running wall of gratitude, and it really will change your vibrational frequency by just reading some of that beautiful stuff there. Okay, moving through this energy, moving through this energy, moving through this. And of course, all that information is in the description box. Duh, where would it be, like. Okay. Moving that. Moving that. Moving that. Moving that. So I want to calibrate you in a frequency that allows you to just go forth. To surrender to the universe, surrender to your understanding, surrender to your life purpose, and just go forth. So 3 deep breaths for me. 2 more. Final breath. Okay, release and let go. It's like I feel like a thickness, like a thickness. Let me connect to actually understand what's going on. It comes off like a thickness, almost like a protective layer, between you and the outside world. And it's kind of this collective experience. I could say that it feels like people are being cautious, but I don't think that's it at all. I just feel like it's like this deep need of protection, to not feel that you were as vulnerable as you were before and just susceptible. But the thickness is not like hard skin or hard shell. It's like the formation of that. It's the beginning stages, the foundational stages. And there's nothing wrong with healthy boundaries, good structure, but also I don't want you to stop life because you're too afraid of the moments that are challenging or difficult, because sometimes scraping our knee or our toe or something like that is a part of the process. We learn a lot from that. And I'm curious now, I'm kind of stuck in the energy, y'all. I'm curious on what we should do with it. Like, should we move it out? Should we leave it? You know what? I'm going to let you to decide as an individual. If you want to take some more time and just still be in the moment of your energy and say, hey, I need a little bit more time before I get out there, feel free to do that. If you're like, fuck that, I'm ready to move on, we're going to move and shift that energy and, whatever else combination in between. So just breathing in here and allow that energy to move up in the body and down the body. Up the body and down the body. And as you exhale, release. You can also release through the crown. And release that energy and allow it to move wherever it needs to go. Now, as we're releasing this energy, it puts you in an opportunity to bring and manifest a lot of things coming into your life. So do not get afraid of the opportunities that show up, even if you feel like they're too big for you. Do not get afraid. Just do it. If it shows up in your life and it is a great opportunity, go for it. You will be just fine. Okay? And just know that whatever your big picture goal is, whether it is a feeling or just hopefully getting to a certain place in life, you will get there. It just takes time, and that's completely okay, okay? It just takes time. It takes time. Okay. Okay. So, working that energy and shifting it. A couple more breaths here. Letting it go. Releasing it. And when you release it, you're releasing any blockages, and you're going to receive those opportunities in front of you. almost like a wall preventing you from moving forward, but it was something that it was a bit self-inflicted by the collective in order to protect itself. So kind of like protective cushioning to not be hurt again or to not feel so vulnerable or exposed, but also know that like the fortress you build also doesn't allow you to expand because you're too busy being on the inside. Okay, so let's just smooth over your aura, okay? And seal you with the sign of the infinity. And say, well, family, you did a fantastic job. I just want you to know to take your time going for and towards the things that are important to you. Never be afraid to outgrow your surroundings. Never be afraid to outgrow your own beliefs about yourself. But also know that progress takes time, it takes patience. You know, true success when it comes to things that you authentically want, it requires a sense of maturity. It may take a while for it to come, and being able to surrender to that fact is one of the most healing things that we all can do on this journey. Protecting your peace of mind, peace of clarity, your peace, your peaceful energy, baby. We're gonna do that protection, okay? So if you're new to the community, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your nightly self-care routine, babies. And if you're returning, welcome, welcome back, babies. You know I love you, love you, love you, love you. This is a place where we hold space for you to just take care of yourself. And it is self-care September. So we're all talking about loving ourselves, creating boundaries, which is gonna come up today, baby. Who don't like a good boundary? And also to know that this is an opportunity for you to grow in any direction you want to go to. So just feel like this is a safe space for you to be in. Work on this energy protection, my babies. Okay. So with energy, protecting your energy, it is 100% your responsibility first. You might think that removing a person, a situation, or something is the only step you need to do, and it's important that you do remove things that are no longer serving you. But you also have to create boundaries in maybe relationships, interactions that maybe are good for you, but all you have to do is actually lay some firmer boundaries down. Not everything is like, oh, you just gotta, you don't like what somebody says, so you gotta push them to the corner or something like that. It's not like that at all. Sometimes you have to give someone boundaries to give them structure so that they can treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, love. It could all be so simple, babies. It could all be so simple. So let's work on this protection first, okay? So that you have these energetic boundaries at first so people don't fuck with your energy. And just placing it here, okay? And feel very relaxed in this moment. Feel very calm in your own sense of self. And feel very self-accepting, self-loving in this moment. It is very important that you surrender to the understanding that you are enough, that you are masterfully, that you are craftfully created and living out the life to the best that you can. And also, you gotta celebrate your successes, even small ones. So we're gonna place you here in this energetic frequency and just surround you with a sense of calm. Now you can see yourself on a field, a beautiful bed of grass, or maybe you're just kind of floating on a cloud, feeling yourself feel lighter and just letting some things go, okay? That is no longer serving you. No longer serving you, okay? And release and let that go. 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 Okay. Now we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community. just going to shift the energy in different directions as you flow in different directions. Okay? Just going to be shifting it, 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 shifting it in different directions, shifting it, shifting it, shifting it, shifting it. Okay, just flowing in different directions here, shifting back and forth this energy within you, balancing it, and giving you this vibrational peace, this vibrational balance, this vibrational understanding, simplicity in your energy as you move through this space. Okay. Shifting the energy and the different levels within you and letting go of anything that is preventing you from growing. You got this. You got this. peaceful. Allow it to be peaceful. Allow it to be peaceful. And surrender to the greatest love, greatest hope, greatest wisdom, and greatest peace, greatest love, greatest hope, greatest wisdom, and greatest peace, greatest love, greatest hope, greatest wisdom, and greatest peace, greatest love, greatest hope, greatest wisdom, and greatest peace. Peace and energy, peace and simplicity, peace in simplicity, peace and balance, peace and nurturing, peace of mind. So working on the mind here, just allowing it to be clear and balanced and focused in your highest self, your highest energy, focused in this beautiful balance, focused in all of this lovely, lovely, lovely energy that you deserve to be surrounded by and surrounded with, finding balance and understanding, moving and shifting in this energy, moving and shifting in this energy, moving and shifting in this energy, moving and shifting in this energy. You got it. 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 Loving this energy around you, so we're going to put it over you and put it around you, put it in front of you, put it behind you, put it to the side of you, put it over your feet, over your limbs, and just moving this energy back and forth, moving this energy back and forth. Got it, got it, got it. Got it, got it, got it. Got it, got it, got it. Got it. Okay. Got it, got it. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Got it. Beautiful, lovely, 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 lovely energy. And finding balance here, balance here, balance here, balance here. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Got it. Got it. Got it, got it. Lovely, lovely energy. Smooth. Smoothing the energy over. Smoothing it and balancing it. Smoothing it and balancing. And living in this state. Living in this state. Living in this state. Living in this state of balance and peace. Balance and peace. Balance and peace. Balance and peace. You've got this. You've got this. You've got this. You have got this. You've got this. Welcome, babies. This is your nightly self-care routine. You do whatever it is you want to do during this time. You know, sometimes people like to write, journal, channel, do whatever. Also remember that the comment section is a place that can be your journal, your diary. It can be a place to support others, or sometimes you just want to remember something. You know, we're all in our individual healing experience. So this is a safe, inclusive community for us to do that. And if you are returning, welcome back, babies. You know how much I love you. Okay, so let's begin to remove, shifting the energy and just So let's go ahead and remove some of this energy. So, working through this shift. Okay. And just going back and forth here. And just being balanced. So I'm going to go in with some Reiki symbols, and I want you to just breathe through this, okay? Okay. Got it. Now just let me take a couple moments just to feel the energy. Just making sure everything is moving in the direction that it needs to. And you just breathe in and out here. What should come up is a sensation of letting go, releasing, kind of like if you have a backpack on, you just take it off. Don't force it, don't overthink it, don't have to overdo it, just release here. Okay. Now we start the session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, it is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, wonderful. May I touch you? Okay. Breathe in and out here. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe. 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 Okay. Relax here. Relax. 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 Okay. Got it. Good. Now, slowly just start to pull on out any of that old baggage that you no longer need, and you're ready to just let it go. Anything in your past, anything that you want to release from, anything that is uncertain, anything that is limiting you, any toxic energy that needs to be let go from a person, situation, circumstance, or even a memory. Okay, I'm going to pull a little bit more out here. So just going into the unconscious here and removing something that just needs to be let go. Just allow it to be removed. Okay. Just any little piece that is no longer serving you, that needs to be released. Okay. 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 Just shift some of this over and just move that a little bit, and just take a couple moments of balancing here. Okay. Just taking away the things that are no longer serving you, the things that need to be let go, the things that need to be released that allow you to grow. feel normal and natural simply because it's a pattern, but it's no longer serving you. Also, a pattern of self-sabotage in which you may feel like you have to make something wrong even when things are right, because there's just maybe you just never learned how to accept the goodness in your life, or you never learned how to accept the peace and the ease and the blessings that really are there for you to have in your life. Okay. And let's cut out some of these people that try to latch on. Try to use up your good energy, your good headspace as well. And let's just let go of any karmic stuff that we keep simply because we might have this toxic loyalty to it, and we gotta let it go. Now let's go through generations, whether that is energetic family or your physical family, of needing to remove generational curses or toxic loyalties. You may love somebody in your family so much so that you will participate in toxic loyalty simply because you love that person, and you know they're not going to leave. You know they're not going to break that cycle. You know they're not going to remove themselves. And so this is an opportunity to be able to go in and you be that shift, because when you shine a light of a new way, it gives them an opportunity to do so, and maybe they choose not to, and you have to make peace with that, because you deserve that love in that similar way from someone or some group of people or some energy that can bring that to you. Bring that to you. Bring that to you. Bring that to you. So let's remove that. Now, if there's anything I haven't said that you need to remove, send it over. We're going to take it out. You're just energetically chopping your bangs here. Just moving that energy. And just getting a sense of letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Good job. Okay. I'm gonna put that down. Just gonna shift through the energy a little bit. Okay. Breathing in and out. And just gonna go through each chakra, just feeling it from that crown. Releasing and letting go of any toxic energy no longer serving you. Just allow it to flow out freely. We've created these openings in which the energy can flow out, so allow it to flow out, clear and cleanse your energy. Now going down to the third eye. Removing, and it should be lighter, it should be easier for you to see, like, oh yes, this is what I want, this is where I want to go, da 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 blah blah blah. It's easier when you release that and you give an opening for all of that blockage to just drain on out. Going to the throat, speaking from your truth and speaking from your clarity, both in how you see the future, how you live in your present, and the past. So also in how you see your future, how you live in the present, and how you see the past. Okay, let's coordinate that. stress as well, so that the body is able to interpret what's going on in life with less of a stress response. So balancing here in the sacral, just moving that energy back and forth, because we've been able to let go of the toxicity, and now we're just making sure that right and balanced energy is moving back and forth in the way it needs to, connecting from that sacral to the solar plexus to the heart, heart to the throat, throat to the third eye to the crown, all the way up, and that crown to the third eye to the throat, throat to the heart, heart to the solar plexus to the sacral. Just taking a couple moments here. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Now bringing it down to the root, anchoring you down in your sense of security, physical, financial, emotional, community sense, all of those things that represent nourishing the physical body as well, having that here, and just releasing any toxic patterns that may have prevented that in the past, or that just may feel familiar and you're just not aware of it. So I'm actually going to go in and remove any extra things, because we definitely want to be very thorough here. Okay, in the root, so that connection feels good, and we're disconnecting from any connection to, as I talked about, toxic loyalty. Let it go. You know, where we root ourselves and where we anchor ourselves down in. Sometimes we can anchor ourselves down in ideology, beliefs, patterns that don't serve us and can be quite toxic. Maybe it was healing at once, but then it just becomes like time to move on. Okay, so let's just take that negative energy away. Okay, I'm going to take this down from the sacral to the root, merging the energies together, inhaling and exhaling, releasing and letting go, inhaling and exhaling, releasing and letting go, inhaling and exhaling, releasing, letting go, inhaling and exhaling, releasing, letting go, taking this all the way down to the tippy toes, or whatever area feels most comfortable and accessible to you, and bringing that energy and just flowing it down these energetic roots into the center of the earth, so that you can feel the energy back up in your physical body, that you have everything you need and your needs are met. Okay, got it, 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 got it. Okay, so I'm going to place my hands right at your root, stretching the energy up, allowing you to feel balanced in who you are, where you're at, and where you're going. Taking this energy from the front body and moving that around from the side body as well. Okay. Okay. All over the top, to the side, all the way around, back up. And I'm going to do this a couple more times, okay? Keep breathing here. And I'm going to go in the other direction as well. Okay. Got it. Okay. Got it. And now taking the energy from the back body as well. Cleansing and clearing that out. Okay. Cleansing and clearing it out. And just shifting and, taking the trash out. Anything left, just take that out and remove that. Removing any toxic energy, any negative energy from your aura now. From the aura, from the aura, from the aura. Removing any toxic or negative energy from the subtle body, from the chakra system. Removing it and letting it go, letting it be released to its next evolutionary path, and allowing it to go very freely and flow onto its next level. Okay, let me see. Look at your energy now. Let me balance that here. You open yourself up to be able to balance as well. Okay. Good job, good job, good you're ready, you go ahead and let that air go. Beautiful energy, squeaky clean. Like we just poured Epsom salt all on your chakras. Well, let's go ahead and smooth over your aura. Seal you with the sign of the infinity. And just check in with you. How are you feeling? How's it going? Leave it in the comment section so that I can read it. Breathe in and out in this. Accept the blessings in your life. Accept the fruitful opportunities that will come up. And accept the fact that you may be bigger and more visible in the world than you might know. So don't be afraid to show up and be yourself. For all those who are looking to take their practice to another level and to start working with others, Reiki 1 will be starting September 18th, and September 1st is when the registration will happen, and I will post a link for people to be able to register for that. So excited. Also working on something for those who are not looking to be a practitioner but want to take their healing practice to the next level as well in their self-healing. So excited about that too. Of course, if you want more intuitive work, head on over to Array Tarot. If you want to have discussions on entrepreneurial stuff, head on over to the podcast Organize Your Purpose and all that other stuff in the description box, babies. I love you. You know I love you. Okay, I wouldn't show up every day if I didn't. And I'm excited for you. And 2020 was a year. 2021 is a year. And just know that any changes are always opportunities for great expansion. We're so lucky to be in an opportunity to change when sometimes, you have those times in your life where nothing changes, and even when you try to make it change, it will not change. But now you got this fast change. So don't get overwhelmed. Try not to be negative, even though you can be objective. You can keep it real if it's like something's making you uncomfortable or something like that. But know that there's no situation that will show up in your life that you cannot overcome. Believe that. Feel that within yourself. If you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say it, do it. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks outside of you. The only thing that matters is what you think inside of you. It's the only thing that matters. Such deep stuff. And I think a part of the healing process is finding a lightness in things sometimes when you're so deep into something that everything just feels like it's weighing you down. But when we take this weight off, sometimes we look at life and we're like, this shit was funny, okay? Like how this all played out, So as we start our session, we start off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I touch you? Okay, go. So take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Just placing this right on your forehead. Just like a little kiss on the forehead. So breathe in and out. Okay. You ready? Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. So I'm just going to start by just relaxing you a little bit here. And so these hand positions are called Metatron hand positions. And so usually you'll see me in sessions just going back and forth, and that in general is just to relax you. But there's particular things that I will do that are Metatron hand healing positions. And so the plucking, the poking, the chopping, and the movement, they're just different hand position options that if you are energy healing practitioner or you're practicing on yourself, know if you're new to the community, I am not going to tell you what to believe in, okay? I don't like culty things. I'm like, I'm all about the individual. You figure out your own shit. I will say this, I'm not going to tell you what to believe in, but I will facilitate a space, a collective space, a space where we all can coexist, so that you just bring your knowledge and you practice however you want to, but still have that sense of community without like the dogma or feeling like you gotta do it this way. Baby, however you're doing it, sweetheart, is completely fine. We all change. I hope to continue to change indefinitely. Okay, sweet pea, let's just move through this energy and just let go of that. And sometimes we might be miscategorizing things, so we think it's one thing and really in reality it's another thing. Like, you might think something is love, but really it's addiction, and that might just be the vocabulary you have, that what is an addictive quality or trait of something. Addicted to a substance, or more appropriately for love, addicted to a person, or a set of dynamics that you have with other people. Regardless of what that is, always be able to be vulnerable enough with yourself to, take audit and make sure that the way that you love yourself and you are putting love out there in the world is for your highest vibrational good only, and for your healing. And just understand what was good for you maybe a long time ago is no longer good, and that's okay. It doesn't mean it wasn't good for you back then. Maybe it does, sometimes we gotta keep it real, but you just outgrew it, and I think it's okay to outgrow different styles of love, different styles of love, baby. Okay, sweetness, just breathing in and out here. Now I'm gonna do just some reading of the collective. Not feeling a lot of noise today, so I'm not gonna push it, but just breathe in and out here. Okay. All I'm getting is just to relax, and really it's more like relax into this moment of your life, not this moment that we're doing this session, but it can't be, but just relax into this moment of your life. Relax into it. It's like you showed up, it's like you showed up at your Airbnb, like you showed up at your new home, and you put your bags down, and like, look, I'm here, and now life's like, get comfortable, here's your new home. And it's not like chaotic or anything, it's just like, get comfortable in it, start to take up space, because when you first enter into a new home, you have a lot of empty space, and then gradually you'll fill that space up. And so just take your time in doing that. But as we're working through this, we also understand that there's a lot of stuff that we have to let go in order to be able to receive that new space to build in or to grow in. And that's honestly, in a very loving way, just making peace with your past, especially when it comes to love. If there's something that you need to RIP and just, kiss on the forehead and say, it's time for you to go. You've been evicted. Like an eviction, you are for the streets. But if there's something that it's time for you to let go, and it is, even if it feels uncomfortable. So many times people want to be like, oh, I have to feel 100% confident going into something. Sweetheart, nobody feels that way ever. Rarely you might feel that way, but most of the time people will feel like, I'm not ready, but I know this is the right thing to do. And to trust that you will always figure it out, I think is really important for you to know. So use this moment and the moments that show up or have shown up to make peace with the past, to thank it for what it gave you during those times, to release and let it go, and to make peace with, you may not have this full new thing, but you have infinite, uninterrupted space to grow into, and now you can grow into whomever you need to be. releasing all of that stuff that's no longer serving you, and finding peace in your heart for the true beauty that you are and that you have and that you hold, and you occupy space. And also give yourself space to change. Sometimes people won't let you change, or you won't let yourself change. You know, I don't always want to externalize things and be like, it's something outside of you that's making life hard. Sometimes it's something inside of us, and then we're interpreting what is outside of us as making it hard. moment here and relax into who you are. So let me just make some more space right here. And what we're doing is we're making space for you, for yourself to occupy more. When you go through relationships, at the end of the day, the most important thing you do is to trust your gut, trust your instinct. There's always opportunities to grow, and we learn a lot by rightfully so finding compromise in spaces of a collective of partnership and things like that. But more than anything, you never want to betray yourself in love. You never want to let go of the love that you have for yourself. At the first and the top, you should unconditionally love yourself, and then everybody else follows underneath. Do not put someone else above you. And you'll know by the fact that you just won't accept certain things, even though people aren't like bad. Everybody's doing their own kind of thing. But if it's not gonna work out, it's not gonna work out, and you make peace with that. But at the end of the day, you have to 100% make it work out with yourself. You have to 100% show up for yourself. You have to 100% be loving towards yourself. And that's on period, baby. Sweetheart, that is on. You know what I'm saying? So take a couple more breaths here, okay? And good job. I'm proud of you, babies. And what I'm going to do is I am going to seal you up, smooth over your aura, and seal you with the sign of the infinity and say, if no one has said it, just let all that old stuff go. Give yourself permission to move on. It's about time that you get to win, you feel me? And it's about time you get all the love, respect, patience, space, money, resources that you need to feel good. Take care of yourselves, really, because if you don't do it, no one else will be able to. And last but certainly